direction.
In the direction of the keep?
Yes. I've never
Well,
felt anything like this in my entire training.
Well, fortunately,
What?
that's where the orcs are, so we may as well go there to see if we can get the weapons back.
What the hell is going on?
But the eyewitnesses never said anything about orcs. All it mentioned was this gur, this nomad, this gypsy. So what in the hell happened? I mean, was his cart stolen? I mean, is he making shady deals with these orcs? I mean, what the hell is going on?
Well, we knew the orcs were here. And
Correct,
we
yep.
knew that he came in this direction, so either he made a deal with the orcs and brought them weapons, or two, the orcs took advantage and saw his weapons and were like, those are our weapons now.
And he's just he's that stupid and coming into the marshlands and the lowlands of Thar to just be taken anyway.
Well,
But you can see as the path winds over all of the rolling hills, all the way up to this fortress.
I
well,
suggest
in for a
we,
penny, in for a pound, we may as well keep going.
All right.
I'm ready. Floyd's ready.
I
I'm
suggest
ready.
we continue on, but be on your guard, Arian, and
Wait,
others.
who's Floyd?
B holds up her battle axe.
Oh, you named it. Okay, I got you.
So who's going to be taking point? Who's going to be taking the rear? Who's going to be walking in the middle? Who's going to be walking first, second, third, fourth?
I'll take point to keep an eye out on things.
Sure. Do you guys want to open up the party sheet? Great. I love this tool. And we'll put your characters down on. And you guys are traveling basically in this direction here. So what order would you guys be walking in? Sorry, I forgot to plug in the sheet for this where there's the road and stuff like that. So I'll have it activated for next week. You guys are kind of going in a slight northeasterly path, mostly north though.
Yeah, I'll take the third position that way and give Keyleth and Arian some space up ahead to scout a little bit, and third, I'll stay close enough to where I can get to everybody quickly if I need to.
All right, so it looks like pretty much B's going first. Looks like.
I think it's in reverse.
No.
Reverse.
Reverse that
Okay,
order
sounds
because
good.
We didn't do it and place it in the order of the arrow, so.
I gotcha. Yeah, no problem at all. All right, so
Yeah.
Arian, you're traveling along. You guys are traveling along the path. And the only thing that you had seen, Arian, was with your keen elvish, senses, you could see off into the distance through the fog. You could see that this wagon was, being dragged into to that keep up ahead. And as you guys are getting closer, you can tell that, the fortress Blood Skull Keep is not a great fortress, as it looked, an hour's travel back. It's starting to, crumble. It looks like a couple of the walls are damaged, but they're still intact. And you see this large stone ramp that's leading up to the main gate. But you notice that where wooden doors would be, there are none. So there's no doors, and you can you really can't see inside of the keep. But because of the it's still sitting up on top of the hills. And
when we start getting close enough, I would like to start seeing if I start seeing orc tracks or wagon tracks.
Sure. Yeah, you can give me a perception check as you guys are traveling in this northeasterly direction.
Yeah,
When I see Arian starting to never mind.
Okay.
When I see if you haven't rolled yet, when I see Arian starting to concentrate on his ranger skills, I'm going to cast guidance on him.
Okay. So, sorry about that, B. Go ahead.
I'm going to take a look at the keep, see how long that this keep has been crumbling, and see if the stonework is still safe.
It's intact, and it looks like the walls are holding up. But I mean, there's no doors. I mean, you can just literally walk into this place. But it looks like it was made by humans, because it's just that type of human architecture that, you know, was made for this period in time. You know, the keep was probably made a couple of hundreds of years ago too. So, but the humans, they haven't really changed or advanced much in their ways of, you know, architecture, building structures and whatnot. So, Irian, as you're strolling ahead and you know, looking for other creatures, you do notice one thing. You do notice that there is a trap that was basically set in the middle of the road. You've got the eyes of a hawk, Irian. So it's a snare, and there's several trees around. And this snare, if you were hooked, would probably throw you up into the air about 15 feet. So you can leave the trap there. You could disarm it. You could do that.
When I see the trap, I'll stop everyone. I hold my hand up, stop everyone, and then I'll point out the trap and say, "There's a snare trap here." I say that we leave it and go around it. Maybe it may come to our advantage as long as we don't forget it when we leave this place.
Can you mark it in some way?
Sure. I'll try to make some sort of like inconspicuous markings that only we'll know about, in order to mark the trap so that we'll know that remember that it's there.
Yeah, I say to Arian
I also sent a tell to Arian as well.
a few, like a specific symbol you can do. And
Of course,
from
Bannock.
my thief background.
Well, while this trap is here, something's bothering me about this trap, because it seems like it doesn't seem, I don't think an orc made this trap. I think something, it's hard to say, but not an orc made this, like maybe something not as intelligent as an orc, which is I guess one way of saying it, made this trap. So this.
Human?
I'm sorry, what?
Human?
No, I don't want to. No, not human. Humans, I consider humans to be generally more intelligent than orcs.
Some more than others.
Well, yeah, okay. But it doesn't seem like, so I think that we may have to keep an eye out for either allies of the orcs, or maybe someone who might not be an ally of an orc out here that we may have to defend ourselves against.
Or maybe it's an enemy of the orcs. And we can have him as an ally.
That's possible. I would love to have an ally out here.
So easy to get this set up, guys. I mean, it truly is.
Either way, it could be the old man.
But I will mark it with the symbol that Caliph was talking about, if he'll describe it, and try to mark the area with it so that we'll remember the trap is there, and then we can continue on.
Yeah, it's basically directly in the center of the road where you guys are at. I mean, it is literally directly dead center. It was hidden pretty decently, But for your eyes, I mean, it just, you could see it basically a mile away. So
Yeah, and the symbol I set to Arian is a few little pebbles on top of each other with an arrow, and another twig in front of, like an arrow, a rough arrow, and then a twig in front of it. It's if you don't, like on the side of the road, if you don't look for it, you would just overlook it.
all right. So basically, all of you guys, even be a little bit, as you know, Keyleth and Irian, you guys are messing with this trap, and all of a sudden you start to hear the bushes around you start to kind of tremble a little bit, and then you hear a very high-pitched gibberish coming from both your left and to the right, as I am sharing you another map. And all of a sudden, you guys are almost surprised, but I want you to roll initiative, because all of a sudden there are goblins on your left and on your right, and they are charging out of the bush at you. Several of them have short bows. Several of them
I would
are
like to point out
wielding
I speak Goblin.
scimitars. Okay. They basically were screaming, "Hee hee! Charge! Kill the elves! Kill the elves! We take their shinies! We bring them back to Grubsh!"
When I hear that, I'm grabbing for my sword and dagger.
Okay. Initiative has been rolled, and it looks like B, you are going to have the jump on all of these little devilish things, even though they're not devils.
Alright.
You even see one of them is grotesque and has a third arm coming off of him. Eee! Shinies! They keep yelling shinies. Eee!
Well, I'm not giving up my shinies. So I'm going to charge towards that one. And swing with Floyd.
The square is where the trap is, by the way, that I've drawn on the... Like I said, it was a massive trap.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm going to get hung up on a bush.
Sure. Yeah, now you're able to maneuver your way over to this goblin. As you get closer to him, his eyes get bigger and bigger as you lift that big old battle axe up and swing. And he ducks and rolls out of the way, and he goes, hee hee hee! Alright, Keyleth, you're up. I love this.
I see that goblin to my left. And
Fantasy
I'm
Grounds
going
makes it
towards
so
him.
easy to set this up. I set this up in a minute while there are RPMs. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
All right.
boy. Got something against elves?
You can't hit me! Give me your shinies! You can surrender now! Give me your
Bend
shinies!
over, boy.
Uh-oh, bend
It's
over!
not gonna be pretty.
Bend over! There! Oh boy!
Dave, can you switch to the combat
I'm not that
layover?
type of goblin! That's a hit. As he goes, uh-oh! Just as the blade strikes him, he goes down. Oh!
Nice shot, Keyleth.
And that blade goes straight up his head.
It does.
Yeah, boy, that's what we do when you want my shiny. As I pull it back out. Ah, oh, messy. and I clean it a little bit roughly on his clothes.
All right. Go ahead and pass it if you're ready to pass it.
Okay.
All right. Malachi, you're up, sir.
Malachi starts to reach for his crossbow, but then remembers what happened last time he did that. So he switches up to calling forth some holy magic, and see him throw some flame, some radiant energy at this goblin on the northwest corner up there.
All right. He was actually a successful saving throw. So your hammer coming down from your radiant hammer coming from the heavens misses your target and strikes the ground. Leaves go everywhere. You're no magic, no help you now. Give me shinies. All right, so pass it on. Irian, you're up.
Okay, then I am going to take an arrow and shoot at that goblin to the northeast up there.
It's a goblin backwards, Ralphoin. Ooh, a miss. Ooh, you guys are too easy. That's, he's speaking this in Goblin, by the way. He does not speak Common. Anything else for you? Any movements? Anything like that, Arian?
I see no need to close ranks. I'm a ranged person, so no.
Okay. All right. So the goblins are up. The goblin that was fired upon in the upper left-hand corner, he is wielding a short bow, and he is going to attack Irian. He's going to try to launch an arrow and stick it in your gut. Oh, and he does with a 22 versus AC.
Oh,
Yeah, he hits you with a short bow. So the arrow lodges in your shoulder, and you take 4 piercing damage. And the goblin, he kind of runs around and scampers over here. All right, the goblin that's on B is wielding, was wielding a bow, but as B comes up, he drops the bow, takes the scimitar, parries it away, and then he's going to slash at B with his scimitar. And misses B with a 15 as B, you duck your head and kind of roll out of the way. Goblin's going to kind of get a better tactical position. There's a couple of boulders in the rock on the left and the right side of the road, so they're a little bit taller. So with this happening, basically this goblin gets out of the line of sight of you, Malachi. All right, so next let's go to the goblin that you had tried to fire upon, Irian. This guy is also using a short bow. And like his counterpart to the north, he's going to fire upon you. Wow, hitting you again with a 21. Hitting you for another 4 damage, giving you a heavy damage now. You are feeling a little woozy and whatnot. So you take another 4 piercing damage. Alright, so next up, we are in B. It is your turn. Round 2.
Yeah, round 2 trying to swing at this little piece of shit.
Yeah, and you can start to hear more. You can start to hear a couple of other goblins. Seems like they maybe have fallen asleep in the bushes or whatnot. But it seems like you've got a couple more that are joining the fray, as it seems like they're starting to pop out of the bushes.
Well, this one's the bigger threat right now, so we'll try to hit him again.
Okay. You crush him.
Ugh.
Alright, you hit him for a total of 3 damage. he takes the blow, and he says, you can't understand goblins. Can you understand goblin? I don't think you can.
No, store vision now.
Yeah, basically what he says, Arian, is, for a dwarf, you hit like a mosquito. And he says, I mean halfling. you hit like mosquito. I mean halfling.
B. He's talking smack to you, B.
Yeah, as you're spitting up blood. Keyleth, you're up now. You have a goblin that has actually jumped out of the bush behind you. It's trying to bushwhack you.
Like, huh? What
And don't
the
forget,
heck?
you guys have inspiration as well.
Are they multiplying like rabbits over here? God damn it! And I turn myself around and I'm moving up towards this guy. Let's finish this once and for all.
You can't hit me.
Oh boy. Bend over.
Lord's such a murder hobo. Alright, so your 17 with your main hand is an attack. It is a hit versus the AC of the goblin. You plunge your weapon into whatever part of the goblin that you want to plunge it into, and he goes down dead. You still have movement. You can take that if you want.
No, I'm not going to do so. I'm going to try something else.
Okay.
And that is, I'm going to take my dagger in my hand,
Mhm.
and I'm going to throw it towards that goblin that's standing.
Alright. What is the range of a dagger? Is it 20 feet? Let's look at the range really quick. It is 20. So you're going to be, you're about 25 feet away, so you're going to need to roll that with disadvantage.
Or if I move up one.
Okay, there you go. Next time, just make sure you get into the right position first before you throw it, because I'm going to hold you to your word next time.
Oh, okay.
No problem, though.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know about the range. I thought I was.
Oh yeah, 20 feet, and then anything between 21 feet and 60 feet would be at disadvantage. So you throw your damage, you throw your dagger, and with your offhand, and it hits. So you can go ahead and roll your offhand damage. That would be a total of 4 damage, not minus the. You wouldn't get your modifier bonus.
Yeah, I took the wrong.
No big
bonus.
deal. Not a problem. So it takes a little bit of damage. Max damage. I mean, it's a hit. Strikes it right in the basically almost the middle of its chest as it clutches the dagger, just kind of standing there. Anything else for you? Any other movements, Keyleth? Anything like that? All right. Malachi, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to move up one spot here, place my hand on Arian's shoulder, and call forth healing magic from Soon. I'm casting Cure Wounds on him.
Nice job. As you grope him.
Yeah, that would be with really.
All right, you are feeling vitally regenerated. You feel rejuvenated, Arian.
Thanks, Malachi. I feel much better.
As the
You're
wounds
welcome.
just cauterize and the blood just vanishes from your mouth. Anything else for you, Malachi? Any other movements? Anything like that?
I'll move to right there and then pass the puck to Arian.
Okay. Arian, you are up.
Okay, so which one? Both of those shot me, right? Both of those guys hit me.
Yep, upper left, upper
Well-
right. Correct.
I'm gonna try to shoot the one that's injured in the upper right-hand corner.
I think you should charge him and go melee with him. but that's just me.
No.
Hey, what's up, Sam, man? Good to see you, buddy. Nice. That's a miss. I like that.
Well, for crying out loud.
You're an expert tracker, and you have the eyes of a hawk, but you can't shoot for shit.
But you've got the shapes.
That's going to be my tagline from now on.
But I shoot with this
Tracker,
hand.
Hawk, can't shoot for shit.
Remember that from Blazing
baby.
Saddles. Oh, so good. Irian, you can pass the puck on to the goblins. I'll do it for you, so you're getting a drink. So let's go to the goblins. So these goblins, mystified with this magic, they start to, chitter chatter between one another. And it looks like you've gotten their focus with the powers that you wield, Malachi. So it looks like the archers are going to start trying to shoot you now. So the first goblin is going to fire upon you with a short bow. Is going to try to bring the wrath down on you. As it misses, so I'm not too sure if you have a shield or not. Yeah, you do. So the arrow just basically embeds itself into your shield. The goblin kind of falls back into the bush a little bit, still within plain view though. Next goblin that is on B, is going to slash at you again with its scimitar. Hitting, oh wow, missing you with an 18. Holy crap. Now, as a bonus action, I am going to go ahead and disengage from you with my nimble escape, and this goblin is going to run back to its counterpart, basically, and negate any attack of opportunity. Alright, so now the goblin that is that you threw and stuck your dagger into is going to reciprocate that and shoot, volley an arrow back at you, Lord. Well, I'm sorry. Keyleth. He hits you with a 19. He jumps up and does a battle cheer, and then he and then he starts to cough blood up again as you take some damage. You'll take a total of 3 piercing damage, even though it's a slashing. You still take 3 piercing, and this goblin falls back. Now, like I said, this is a tree, so the tree is pretty high. So he just passes right under the tree. All right, so now we have a goblin that is coming out of the bush and is engaging you, Malachi, wielding that sorceress magic, as it slashes at you with a scimitar, hitting you and then slashing you for a total of 8 damage. Wow.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's like max damage. And I'm going to, as my bonus action, I'm also going to use Nimble Escape and run away. Let's see, I ran 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go here. And then next, we're at round 3, and B, it is your turn. So it looks like the goblins are trying to tactically fall back a little bit.
I don't see behind me, but I saw where that goblin ran to. So I'm going to run up and see that goblin, and why not?
Yeah, you turn around the corner of that bush and he sees you and says, "Uh-oh!" As you lash out with your axe and you hit the goblin. Very nice, decisive hit. Killing the goblin exactly where it stands. It falls over. You clop its head off, basically. You're gonna clop its head off. Sorry.
Oh, what a dork.
Yes. Keyleth, you are up.
The fact that he hit me with that arrow is getting me on my nerves, and I'm starting to run after him.
Okay.
And with my
You can run under the tree, too, at an angle if you want to engage him that way.
then I don't need what I was thinking about doing. And when I come to at him, I just lash out with my sword.
Okay.